Adam E. Renee is
makes me feel
crying
every day as well
about it. There are many who said this is for everyone who's ever had a child who's been different. I'm Erica Milsom. I'm a creative content director at Pixar, and I directed the Spark short Loop.
My name is Bobby Rubio. I'm a story artist at Pixar, and I directed the Spark short Float. Both of our short films were inspired by experiences with family members and friends who have autism.
So in honor of Autism Acceptance Month, Bobby and I are going to take turns responding to tweets from fans like you that have connected with these short films. You ready, Bobby?
Yeah, let's do this.
So Adam E. says, just watched Float on Disney+. It was written by a dad who has a son with autism, and it's a spot-on metaphor for how it feels to have a child deemed different at times. It's also a great lesson to embrace your child no matter what, without worrying about others' thoughts.
It's wonderful to get responses from parents just like me. My son Alex is on the autism spectrum, and when he was first diagnosed years ago, I didn't know how to handle it. So my wife said I should come up with a story, because that's what I am, a story artist. That it resonated with them. It's wonderful. It truly is.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Colleen C. says, I just watched Pixar's short film, Loop, and because the main character is a nonverbal autistic girl, I just wanted to check in on her voice actress, and I'm so happy to see the actress is a nonverbal autistic girl too. That's how it should always be done. I mean, it should.
Totally. It was super important to us too, and I'm really glad that you felt it. The actor who played Renee is Madison Bandy, and her voice, when you are around her, it's such an amazing voice. I don't really understand how someone could perform that.
How does it sound?
I think she helped us all learn something about autism and about interacting when you don't necessarily use words to communicate. And I love that it was meaningful to you and that you noticed. That means so much to me, and I really appreciate you writing. And we're super proud of Madison Bandy.
Yay, Madison!
Yay, Madison! Yeah. So Ben J says, Bobby Rubio, I run an autism dad support network here in Perth, Australia, and my twin boys both have ASD. Float has resonated with me like nothing else before. I can't wait to share this with all the dads. Thank you sincerely for making this, Bobby.
Ben J, thank you so much for all you do for our autistic community. Please say hi to your boys for me. It's about the message, and that the message is out there around the world and affecting people. It touches you. I mean, it touches me, it touches my heart, and it makes me feel like we're doing good and making a difference to change this world. You ready for the next one? Stephen P says, just watched Loop, Spark short by Pixar on Disney+ with my 6-year-olds, and I'm amazed at how it facilitated a conversation about autism, kindness, and our beautiful differences.
Stephen P., you sound like an amazing parent. I'm so grateful that you're using films and your experience of art with your kids and saying, like, this is a conversation that we can have. No matter who you are in the world, no matter what your differences are, there are people that you can be friends with and that you can have friends and feel connected to others. For many people, that was a struggle because of misconceptions about autism or about difficulty crossing boundaries with neurotypical people or stereotypes or stigmas about autistic people. So I felt like I really wanted to center autistic voices in our process. This tweet comes from Brianna N, who says, God, I'm so emotional right now. And then she has 2 little crying face emojis. I just watched some clips from that little short film called Float that is a metaphor for autism. Wow, I relate so hard. I know my kid is so happy and I'm so happy, but the outside world just stares. And it makes us feel like we need to fix and control how our autistic children behave so that society accepts them and us. But like, they are happy as they are. And wow.
I also get those weird stares. So that's why I made this film. I don't think our children need to be fixed. They have feelings just like you and me, and they need friendships and love and support from people around them just like you and me. Please, if you know anybody, go up to them, talk to them, make a friend, and, let's make this world even more inclusive to everyone. So please, let's do that. This one comes from SH. Just watched the new Pixar Spark short Loop. I loved it. It's not every day I get to watch an animated cartoon about an autistic girl because I'm autistic myself.
It just means so much to hear what the film means to you, and that it affected you and that you felt seen. Just that feels like such a win to me. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for writing and telling us. Kevin D says, Pixar has released this short for free in an effort to show their support of Asian and Asian American communities. But it's also the hardest hitting 7 minutes about autism and otherness in children I've ever seen.
Kevin, thank you for that. It's already hitting me hard. I'm glad that our company is standing with us to support us against this terrible thing that's happening in our country. Mm-hmm. But then the autism part and the otherness in children, it's difficult when you're a parent and your child is considered other. Mm-hmm. And I want Float to end that stigma of autism. I know it's not going to end tomorrow, and it's just going to take steps. And I know Float and Loop as well is just the beginning to start these conversations so that individuals on the autism spectrum are not considered other ever again. So yeah, just your tweet touched me, and thank you so much. Nella S says, employing someone with a disability who doesn't communicate verbally, accommodating to her needs, and consulting an autism awareness advocacy group. That's unreal. Make this an everyday effort. And we have a clapping hands emoji.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you, Nella S. I totally agree. Let's find a way to engage these communities where we maybe haven't had a lot of connection before, to find out what parts of their stories haven't been told. What kind of characters are they interested in seeing? What would they imagine would be an exciting thing to see on the screen, and then hire them. I can't imagine making this film any other way. So we loved it. Thank you so much for writing about it. So this last one's for us both. Okay, oh. Amy J. Amy J says, we all know how important representation is, and I'm so proud of Disney and Pixar for making stories featuring people with autism and special needs. Next time you turn on Disney Plus, take a couple of minutes to watch Float and Loop. And that there's a heart emoji.
Oh. So sweet. They should. I mean, especially for Autism Awareness Month. I hope it's a thing every year that you see Float and Loop every April. Wouldn't that be awesome? The one message that I would like for people to take away from Float is to celebrate our differences. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own talents, something to give to the world. And that's absolutely everyone. So please, let's celebrate each other. And be kind to each other, and just make this a better world for everyone.
Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. I feel like the one message I'd like people to take away from watching Loop is that there are many ways to connect. There are many ways to communicate, and there are many ways to be a friend. And that if you're in a situation where you don't know quite what to do or how to make a connection with the person across from you because of differences that you perceive, then maybe take some time to hang out and find another way, because you'll find it. At some point, if you have patience and you try a couple of things, I think every one of us on this planet has a way to connect with someone and something to share. Okay, well, thanks for joining us, and thank you so much for sharing your kind messages.
Being able to tell these types of stories has meant the world to us.
If you want to watch our short films, Loop and Float, they're both streaming now on Disney Plus. Okay, bye guys. Bye, Bobby.